Welcome to the Near Memo, a weekly conversation about search, social, and commerce. What happened, why it matters, and the implications for local. Right. So let's move on, David, to your item about the Red Ventures sale of
Sure.
CNET and your thoughts about how that'll play out.
Yeah, and you know more about the numbers than I do, but I feel like I read in one of the write-ups that Red Ventures paid $500 million and they sold it to Ziff Davis. This is for CNET.com, and they sold it to Ziff Davis for something like $100 million or just north of $100 million. So pretty substantial haircut. And as many people have pointed out, this is clearly not due to a lack of sort of digital product expertise on the part of Red Ventures or SEO expertise. I mean, they're some of the smartest large site SEOs on the planet. And so if they couldn't make CNET work, do we have confidence that Ziff Davis can make it work? The flip side is that Red Ventures was pretty aggressive in terms of pushing the envelope with the type of content they were putting on CNET and the degree to which they were among the first to experiment with AI generated content, which they got called out for. So I don't have any, insights one way or another, but I do think it's going to be an interesting test case to watch if CNET does rebound with respect to traffic, with respect to rankings, or if they come out with an entirely new monetization model. Also could be an interesting outcome here. I just think it'll be a really fun site to watch from the outside, and would be a really fun site to work on from the inside. No pressure whatsoever. There's only $100 million on the line, but would be a really interesting time to see if you can sort of rehabilitate a clear negative reputation of a domain, at least among the sort of Google crawlers, if not the general public, and see if you can kind of get some bounce back in the SERPs. So it'd just be interesting to watch, and I thought it was noteworthy, although I don't necessarily have any particular insights. So.
When did the deal close?
Just about a week ago, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Within the last week. CNET used to be arguably the most trusted tech product review site online, I would say. And, they had a great group of people who had, deep knowledge, and it was really a trusted brand for certain categories of information. And then the effort to sort of expand that, leverage that into really unrelated stuff, just random general interest stuff, I think hurt it. And then also the AI scandal hurt it. And then maybe, I think they did a lot of affiliate revenue stuff, which they'd always done, but they got more aggressive with it. I don't know if there were any manual penalties that they suffered, but their decline is probably a combination of a number of things, but definitely the sort of, at least extrapolating from my own experience, the sort of decline of the brand, I think probably resulted in fewer clicks. And, as we now know, that probably was one of the factors behind their decline. And there's certainly the AI stuff didn't help them at all.
The other factor is that other potential factor that I would look at is external, which is, I'm going to guess, for most of the product categories where CNET was getting the lion's share of its traffic and the lion's share of its affiliate revenue, Google's just showing way more shopping ads, and CNET, any given organic result, even if it's in the first position, is further and further down the page and looks less and less attractive because of all of the visuals and the facets that Google Shopping sort of enables. So I think that there's definitely
not just shopping, images, YouTubes, and all the other self-preference stuff. It's not
Reddit also.
It's definitely a sort of counter-cyclical bet by Ziff Davis, and again, just one that I'm interested in watching. I don't want to predict anything one way or another. So,
it feels like Ziff Davis is a better home for CNET than Red Ventures was, but we'll see what happens.
Thanks for joining David, Mike, and Greg. To stay on top of the latest developments in local, subscribe to our newsletter at nearmedia.co. We'll see you next week.